Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about two special coins you might already have in your pocket, the 1987 and 1990 Washington quarter dollars. Believe it or not, some of these coins are now worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars to collectors. I'll show you exactly what to look for: rare mint errors, special varieties, and high-grade coins that can make your ordinary quarter worth a fortune. So grab your coins, hit that like button, and let's find out if you have one of these valuable Washington quarters. Let's get started. First up, the 1987 Washington quarter belongs to the long-running Washington quarter series, which first appeared in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. The design, created by sculptor John Flanagan, features the familiar bust of Washington on the obverse and an eagle with spread wings on the reverse. By 1987, the design had remained largely unchanged for over half a century, though the U.S. Mint was beginning to explore design changes that would ultimately lead to the 1999 State Quarters program. The 1987 D coin stands as one of the last issues of the classic Washington Eagle reverse before the big shift at the turn of the century. The Denver Mint, identified by its D mint mark located just to the right of Washington's ponytail, produced 655,594,696 quarters in 1987. That's over 500 million coins, a massive number, meaning these quarters are not rare in circulation. However, coins from this mintage that remain uncirculated or in mint state, MS, condition are much less common. Since the Mint did not release any official 1987 mint sets for circulation that year, they were available only in collector sets. High-grade examples tend to come from souvenir sets sold at U.S. Mint gift shops or from original bankrolls carefully preserved over the decades. Like other Washington quarters of its era, the 1987 D features the classic 90% copper and 10% nickel-clad composition, with a pure copper core sandwiched between two layers of cupronickel. This gives it the distinctive silvery appearance, but without the silver content found in pre-1965 quarters. There are no major design errors known for this issue, but collectors do sometimes hunt for minor die varieties, such as weak strikes, repunched mint marks, or light planchet errors. These can slightly increase a coin's numismatic value, especially when graded and verified by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A circulated 1987 D quarter typically retains its metallic luster but shows signs of wear on Washington's cheek, hair curls, and the eagle's feathers. An uncirculated coin, by contrast, displays full mint luster with sharp edges and no signs of wear. Professional graders use the Sheldon scale, ranging from MS-60, barely uncirculated, to MS-70, perfect. Even a small difference in grade can drastically affect a coin's market price. For example, an MS-63 coin might be worth only a few dollars, while a flawless MS-67 or MS-68 can fetch dozens, or occasionally hundreds, depending on market demand. Now, let's talk numbers. As of 2025, an uncirculated 1987 D Washington quarter typically sells for around $1 to $3 in raw, ungraded condition. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC at MS65 level often bring $10 to $15, while those graded MS67 can reach $40 to $75, especially if they have exceptional luster and strike quality. The record auction price for a top-graded specimen sits just above $500 for an MS68 example, but such coins are incredibly rare. For the average collector, a crisp, bright 1987 D quarter in a protective flip or holder is a modest yet satisfying addition to a modern U.S. coin collection. While the 1987 D quarter is not considered a key date or rarity, it holds a unique place in numismatic history. It's a bridge between the earlier, less collected modern-clad coins of the 1970s and the more popular state quarters of the late 1990s and 2000s. For new collectors, This coin offers an affordable entry point to learn about grading, mint marks, and preservation techniques. From an investment standpoint, its large mintage and common availability limit long-term appreciation potential, but pristine examples with superb eye appeal or exceptional grades could still see steady value growth over time. If you're lucky enough to find a beautiful uncirculated 1987 D quarter, protect it properly. Avoid touching the surfaces with bare fingers, as oils can cause toning or spots over time. Store it in a mylar flip, airtight capsule, or acid-free album page. Keep the coin in a cool, dry place, away from humidity or extreme temperature changes. Regular maintenance isn't necessary. In fact, cleaning a coin can drastically reduce its value. Let the coin's natural luster and patina tell its story. Did you know that the 1987 D quarter was minted during the presidency of Ronald Reagan, the same year the first The Simpsons shorts aired on television? It was also the year of the stock market crash known as Black Monday, marking a turbulent economic moment in U.S. history. The Washington quarter quietly circulated through all of it, a silent witness to American change. Collectors often appreciate coins like this not just for their metallic composition, but for the slice of history they represent. So there you have it, the full story of the 1987 D Washington quarter dollar, from minting to market value. While it may not be a fortune maker, it's a wonderful piece of American heritage that connects everyday change to the broader story of our nation's coinage. If you've got a handful of 1,987 quarters sitting in a jar, take a closer look. You might just find an uncirculated gem worth several times its face value. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more coin collecting deep dives, and share your own finds in the comments below. Who knows, your quarter might be the next hidden treasure we feature on the channel next up. The 1990 Washington quarter represents a continuation of one of America's most iconic coin series. First introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, this quarter was designed by sculptor John Flanagan. By 1990, the design had been in use for nearly 6 decades, and the coin had become a familiar sight in American wallets, cash registers, and vending machines. The 1990 P issue arrived during a transitional period in U.S. coinage, before the state quarters program of 1999, but after decades of steady production of the traditional eagle reverse. This makes the 1990 coins part of the late classic Washington quarters, the final years of the eagle design before a major shift in U.S. numismatic history. The Philadelphia Mint, which uses the P mint mark, struck an enormous number of these quarters in 1990, roughly 613,792,000 coins, or just over 613 million pieces. That's a staggering figure, showing how heavily the U.S. Mint was supplying circulating coinage during that period. While such a high mintage means the 1990 P quarter isn't rare in general circulation, it also means that most examples experienced years of handling, wear, and abrasion. Finding a true mint state uncirculated coin from that mintage, one that has never been used, retains its original shine, and shows no wear, can be surprisingly challenging. These coins were part of official U.S. mint sets, but even those have become scarcer as collectors crack them open over time. Like all post-1965 Washington quarters, the 1990 P is composed of a copper-nickel-clad metal, that's a pure copper core with outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it the silver appearance most people recognize. On the obverse, we see Washington's profile, the word "Liberty" above, and the motto "In God We Trust." Below Washington's neck, the date 1990 is stamped, while the small P mint mark rests just right of the ponytail. The reverse shows an eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, framed by olive branches, a symbol of peace and strength. The overall design reflects classic American ideals of liberty and unity, carried through nearly 70 years of coinage history. Now, When it comes to coin collecting, condition is king. A 1990 p quarter in circulated condition, meaning it has been used in everyday commerce, is worth only its face value, 25 cents. But an uncirculated coin, known as mint state, is another story entirely. On the Sheldon grading scale, which ranges from MS60 to MS70, a higher grade indicates fewer marks, stronger luster, and sharper detail. An MS63 coin may show minor contact marks, while an MS65 has nearly flawless surfaces. Top-grade examples, MS67 or higher, are exceptionally rare and command strong premiums. Professional grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, are the go-to authorities for authenticating and certifying these coins. Let's talk about the numbers collectors care most about: value. In 2025, a 1990 p Washington quarter in ordinary uncirculated condition is typically worth $1 to $3 if sold raw, that is, not graded by a professional service. A certified MS65 example may fetch $10 to $15, and if you have a coin graded MS67, you're looking at $35 to $40 or more. The finest known pieces in MS68 condition have sold for over $500 in major auctions, though those are exceptionally rare and must display immaculate surfaces and superior strike quality. It's not a coin that will make you rich overnight, but its value potential is certainly higher than pocket change, especially when preserved properly. The 1990 p quarter holds an interesting position in the numismatic world. It's not rare, but it's also not insignificant. For many collectors, it represents the closing chapter of an era, the years just before the state quarter revolution, when the Washington design was still a national constant. Collectors who specialize in modern-clad coinage or complete PDS mintmark sets often seek out high-grade 1990 p coins to complete their albums. Because the mint used worn dies on many production runs that year, finding coins with full detail and sharp eagle feathers can be tough, which explains why the highest quality specimens attract extra attention and strong bids. If you found or purchased a bright, uncirculated 1990 p quarter, preserving its condition is key. Always handle the coin by its edges, never the faces. Store it in a protective holder, such as an airtight capsule or mylar flip, to prevent scratches and oxidation. Keep the coin in a cool, dry place away from humidity, and avoid cleaning it, even if it looks a little dull. Cleaning a coin can remove its natural mint luster, drastically lowering its value. Instead, let the coin age naturally. Serious collectors prefer untouched, original surfaces. If you suspect your coin is in exceptional condition, consider submitting it to a grading service. The certification can greatly enhance its market appeal and value. Here's a fun bit of trivia. 1990 was the same year that George H. W. Bush was president, and NASA's Hubble Space Telescope was launched into orbit, marking a new era of scientific discovery. While those milestones captured the world's attention, the humble 1990 p quarter was quietly entering circulation, a tiny piece of American history carried in millions of pockets. This quarter witnessed the early days of the Internet age, the final years of the Cold War, and the rise of a new technological generation. For collectors, that connection between coins and the broader story of America is what makes numismatics so rewarding. So there you have it, the full story of the 1990 p Washington quarter dollar. Its minting, design, grading, and real collector value. While most are worth only a few dollars, high-grade uncirculated coins can reach $40 or more, and top-graded rarities have achieved much higher prices at auction. Whether you're a beginner sorting through a coin jar or an experienced numismatist building a full set, this coin is a reminder that history, art, and everyday change are deeply connected. If you enjoyed learning about this piece of American heritage, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more deep dives into rare and modern U.S. coins, and share your 1990 quarter stories in the comments below. Who knows, your next quarter might be a hidden treasure waiting to shine. Thanks for watching.